Welcome, dear listener. Tonight, we'll take a gentle journey together, one that will guide you toward the peaceful embrace of dreams. This is your time, a moment to let go of the day's weight and drift into a world of calm. Settle into a comfortable position, letting your body relax and your breath flow naturally. Allow the story to carry you softly and effortlessly into a place of stillness. Picture a quiet night where the air feels cool and fresh, and the sky stretches endlessly above you. The stars are scattered like tiny gems on a dark velvet canvas, their soft glow lighting the world with a gentle shimmer. There's no rush, no noise, only the serene rhythm of the universe moving at its own perfect pace. In the distance, faintly at first, you hear the soft hum of a train. It's not loud or startling, but rhythmic and soothing, blending into the quiet melody of the night. This sound feels like it's been there all along, waiting for you to notice it. As you imagine this scene, you find yourself walking down a secluded path. It's a place you've never been before, yet it feels strangely familiar, as if it's always existed somewhere in the corners of your mind. The ground beneath your feet is soft, cushioned by fallen leaves that carry the faint scent of earth and wood. The path is illuminated by the silver glow of moonlight, its soft beams spilling through the trees and guiding your steps. The day has ended, and with it, the busyness and noise of the world. Now, there's only this quiet walk, this gentle moment where you feel perfectly in sync with the stillness around you. Each step feels deliberate, grounding you further in the present. As you continue, the moonlight seems to shift, its glow becoming brighter, more focused. It spills across the path ahead like a luminous ribbon, inviting you to follow. The trees part slightly, and you step into a clearing bathed in silver light. In the center of the clearing is a station, not a busy, bustling station, but a small, quiet platform tucked away from the rest of the world. It feels hidden, a secret only for those who seek it. There's something timeless about this place. The station is simple yet elegant, its edges softened by the glow of moonlight. The faint hum of the train grows closer, and you feel a quiet anticipation, as though you've been waiting for this moment without even realizing it. And then, through the misty veil of the night, you see it, a train unlike any other. Its carriages gleam softly under the starlight, their surfaces etched with intricate patterns that catch and reflect the light in mesmerizing ways. The windows are warm with a golden glow, and the train seems to radiate a quiet energy, as though it's alive and waiting just for you. The sound of its wheels on the tracks is steady and calming, blending perfectly with the hum of the engine. There's no rush here, no urgency, only the invitation of the train, patient and welcoming. You take a step closer, drawn by its quiet presence. The air around the train feels different, charged with a sense of wonder and possibility. The door to the nearest carriage opens with a soft hiss, revealing a warm, glowing interior. Standing at the doorway is a figure, a conductor, their coat shimmering faintly in the moonlight. Their expression is kind, their presence calm and reassuring. They don't speak immediately, but their eyes hold a message, as though they understand why you're here. Finally, they smile and say, "Welcome. The Dreamliner has been waiting for you." Their voice is soft and melodic, blending into the stillness of the night like a perfect note in a quiet song. You feel no hesitation as you step forward, your movements light and effortless. The moment you cross the threshold into the train, a wave of calm washes over you. The air inside is warm and fragrant, carrying the subtle scents of lavender and chamomile. The seats are plush and inviting, their fabric glowing faintly, as though holding the dreams of those who have traveled here before. You glance back toward the platform, the moonlight spilling across it like a farewell. But you don't feel the need to linger. The train's gentle sway begins to lull you further into relaxation, its hum syncing perfectly with the steady rhythm of your breath. The conductor steps aside, gesturing toward the softly glowing interior. "This is your journey," they say. "The Dreamliner will take you where you need to go." You find your seat by a wide window, the view outside now transformed into a sea of stars. The train begins to move, its motion smooth and steady, carrying you forward into the night. For now, there's nothing you need to do, only to let yourself be carried by the train, by the story, by the soft hum of the world as it guides you gently toward a place of dreams. As you settle into your seat aboard the Dreamliner, a sense of calm envelopes you. The carriage is warm and inviting, a space that seems to exist outside the bounds of time. The seats are plush, upholstered in a soft, shimmering fabric that reflects the ambient golden light radiating from intricate sconces along the walls. The air carries a delicate aroma of lavender and chamomile, a scent that seems to whisper of peace and serenity. The hum of the train is steady, like a heartbeat that echoes within the walls of the carriage, grounding you in this tranquil moment. You take a slow breath, noticing how the rhythm of the train seems to align with your own, as though it has been designed just for you. Your gaze moves to the wide, expansive windows that line the carriage. The world outside has transformed into a sea of stars, their light twinkling against an infinite velvet sky. The stars seem close enough to touch, and as the train begins to shift slightly, their glow dances across the window pane in a mesmerizing rhythm. It's as if the train is gliding through the fabric of the cosmos itself, carrying you deeper into a dreamlike world. The carriage feels alive, yet utterly serene. You run your fingers across the armrest of your seat, noticing the smooth texture and the faint warmth it emits. This is no ordinary train. It feels as though it was crafted not just to transport passengers, but to cradle their dreams, their thoughts, and their quiet longings. As your eyes adjust to the golden glow of the space, something catches your attention. Resting on the small table beside you is a folded piece of parchment. Its edges are slightly worn, and it shimmers faintly under the soft light. You reach for it, your fingers brushing against the textured surface as you unfold it carefully. The parchment is not a typical map. It doesn't depict locations or routes, but instead reveals a series of symbols and patterns. There are no instructions or labels, yet you understand its purpose instinctively. Each symbol represents a different realm within the train, the realms of time, emotion, and dreams. The map seems to whisper promises of journeys both outward and inward, of places you've visited in your memories and those you've yet to discover in your imagination. You study the map for a moment longer, its glowing lines pulsing faintly as though alive. There's an undeniable pull, a quiet invitation to explore. Placing the map back on the table, you look around the carriage once more. The sense of peace you felt earlier has deepened, now intertwined with quiet anticipation. A gentle vibration ripples through the floor beneath you, almost imperceptible at first. Then, the hum of the train shifts, becoming slightly deeper, more resonant. The Dreamliner is preparing to move. Through the window, the starlit landscape begins to shift. The stars outside seem to blur slightly, their lights stretching into soft, glowing trails as the train glides forward. The motion is smooth and steady, like floating on a calm river. You feel the faintest sway of the carriage, a rhythm that lulls you further into relaxation. The light inside the carriage grows softer, blending seamlessly with the changing hues of the night sky outside. The stars grow brighter, forming patterns that seem almost deliberate, as though they are part of a larger story you are just beginning to uncover. As the train gathers momentum, you notice a faint glow along the edges of the carriage. The intricate patterns etched into the walls begin to shimmer, casting delicate reflections that dance like fireflies. The glow pulses gently, in sync with the train's rhythm, and you realize it mirrors the steady rise and fall of your breath. The scenery outside shifts once again. Through the vast expanse of stars, you catch glimpses of ethereal landscapes, rolling fields bathed in silver moonlight, dense forests illuminated by soft glimmers of light, and oceans that seem to stretch endlessly, their surfaces reflecting the celestial sky above. Each scene is fleeting, like the fragments of a dream, but they leave an impression, stirring something deep within you. You close your eyes briefly, not to sleep, but to fully absorb the sensation of the journey. The train feels like it's moving through more than just space. It's traversing the layers of your own consciousness, gliding through thoughts, feelings, and memories that you didn't even realize were waiting to be uncovered. The gentle sway of the carriage continues, its motion soothing and rhythmic. Time seems to stretch and bend here. You can no longer tell how long you've been on board, nor does it seem to matter. Each moment feels both infinite and fleeting, like a single note in a beautiful, endless melody. The faint sound of footsteps draws your attention, and you open your eyes to see the conductor approaching. Their presence is calm and steady, their smile warm and knowing. They pause by your seat, their gaze falling on the map you had unfolded earlier. You're beginning to see it, aren't you? They say, their voice soft and reassuring. This journey is yours, and the train will take you exactly where you need to go. There's no rush, no wrong turns, only the path that unfolds before you. Their words resonate deeply, as though they are not just speaking to you, but to something within you. The conductor nods slightly, their expression one of quiet understanding, before continuing down the aisle. You return your attention to the window, where the starlit landscape has become even more vibrant. The light trails of the stars have softened into glowing arcs, weaving patterns that seem to echo the symbols on the map. The train glides smoothly forward, its motion gentle yet purposeful, as though it knows the way even if you do not. A sense of wonder fills you as the journey continues. The Dreamliner is more than a train. It is a vessel for discovery, for reflection, for uncovering the dreams and memories that lie hidden beneath the surface of everyday life. Each moment aboard feels like an invitation to explore, to let go, and to simply be. As the train moves deeper into the night, The carriage grows quieter, the hum of its engines softening into a gentle murmur. The stars outside continue to shimmer and shift, their light weaving a tapestry of calm and beauty. You take another slow breath, feeling the rhythm of the train carry you further into this tranquil journey. There is no destination here, only the unfolding of a path that feels both infinite and deeply personal. The Dreamliner is taking you where you need to go, and all you have to do is trust in its quiet, steady motion. The golden light inside the carriage grows warmer, wrapping around you like a soft blanket. The sway of the train is like a lullaby, a gentle reminder that you are safe, that you are exactly where you need to be. And so, you relax further, letting the journey carry you deeper into the night, into the quiet beauty of dreams. The door to the first dream carriage slides open, revealing a breathtaking expanse. The ceiling has vanished entirely, replaced by a boundless night sky filled with stars that stretch endlessly in every direction. The walls dissolve, leaving you standing in what feels like the very fabric of the cosmos. The floor beneath your feet is smooth and glassy, shimmering faintly like polished obsidian reflecting the heavens above. As you step further in, the air around you changes. It feels lighter, infused with a faint metallic coolness that speaks of infinite space. The stars twinkle gently, their light casting subtle reflections across the floor, creating an illusion that you are walking among them. Above, clusters of stars form shifting constellations, their movement slow and deliberate, as if they're alive and aware of your presence. A deep, resonant hum fills the air. It's not loud, but it vibrates softly through you, a melody of the universe itself. Each note carries with it a sensation, calm, curiosity, wonder. You pause to gaze upward, captivated by the celestial dance unfolding above. A comet streaks across the sky, leaving behind a glowing trail that lingers before fading into the vastness. You take a deep breath, the cool, crisp air filling your lungs. A soft voice emerges, not from any one direction, but from everywhere at once. It speaks gently, its tone soothing and wise. Look to the stars and know that your worries are but whispers in the infinite symphony of existence. The words resonate deeply, and you feel a sense of lightness. The knots of tension in your chest loosen as you exhale slowly. You glance again at the shimmering constellations, noticing how their patterns shift to form shapes that feel strangely familiar. Fragments of memories, dreams, or perhaps simply emotions you've held close. One constellation catches your eye, a cluster of stars that forms the outline of an open door. It glows faintly, beckoning you forward. You feel a pull, not urgent but insistent, as though it's guiding you towards something you've always known but never explored. With a final glance at the infinite sky, you step toward the softly glowing door ahead, carrying with you the peace and wonder of the stars. The transition to the second carriage is seamless yet profound. The cool expanse of space fades away, replaced by the warm embrace of a lush, tranquil forest. The air is rich with the earthy scent of moss and pine, mixed with the faint sweetness of blooming wildflowers. Shafts of golden sunlight filter through a canopy of interwoven branches, creating a dappled pattern of light and shadow that dances gently across the forest floor. The ground beneath your feet is soft and springy, covered with a thick layer of moss and fallen leaves. Each step feels deliberate, the natural cushion inviting you to slow down and savor the moment. Around you, the forest is alive with subtle sounds, the rustling of leaves in the breeze, the distant murmur of a stream, the melodic chirping of unseen birds. As you walk further into the forest, small woodland creatures begin to appear. A rabbit hops onto the path ahead, pausing to look at you with curious eyes before disappearing into the underbrush. A squirrel chatters softly from a nearby branch, its bushy tail flicking playfully. A fox emerges from the shadows, its bright eyes calm and knowing. They don't speak, yet their presence feels reassuring, as though they are guiding you. The path leads you to a small clearing where a crystal clear brook flows gently over smooth stones. The water sparkles in the sunlight, its soft gurgling sound blending harmoniously with the other natural melodies of the forest. You kneel by the brook, dipping your fingers into the cool, refreshing water. As the ripples spread outward, you catch sight of your reflection. It looks calm, even radiant, and for a moment, you feel a deep connection with the person gazing back at you. The soft rustle of leaves draws your attention upward. The breeze carries a gentle whisper, its words blending seamlessly with the sounds of the forest. Be gentle with yourself. Fear is not your enemy, but a reminder of your strength. The animals around you seem to sense the change within. The fox steps closer, its gaze steady and encouraging. The squirrel tilts its head as if nodding in agreement, and the rabbit reappears briefly before darting away, leading you toward the glowing door at the edge of the clearing. You rise, the forest's wisdom settling deeply within you, and step forward. The next carriage envelopes you in a cool, tranquil embrace. The air grows denser, infused with the subtle scent of salt and the rhythmic sound of waves. As you take a step forward, the ground beneath you seems to disappear, replaced by the sensation of floating in a vast underwater world. The space around you transforms into an aquatic realm. The ceiling and walls dissolve, revealing an endless expanse of deep blue. Sunlight filters through the water in soft, golden beams, illuminating schools of fish that glide gracefully through the currents. Their scales glimmer like liquid silver, catching the light in mesmerizing patterns. You drift effortlessly, as though carried by a gentle tide. The sensation is liberating, a weightlessness that allows you to move freely and explore. Nearby, a sea turtle glides slowly, its movements deliberate and serene. It turns its head slightly, its wise eyes meeting yours before it continues its journey. In the distance, a soft glow catches your attention. You follow it, the water parting smoothly as you move. The glow emanates from a large, iridescent shell resting on a bed of coral. The shell is adorned with intricate patterns that shimmer faintly, pulsing in rhythm with the ocean's heartbeat. As you approach, the shell begins to open, revealing a smooth, mirrored surface inside. You lean closer, and your reflection comes into view. It's you, but not as you are now. This reflection radiates calm and confidence, the weight of doubt and worry absent from its features. There's a gentle smile on its lips, a smile that feels genuine and full of peace. The ocean seems to whisper around you, its voice gentle and soothing. True peace lies within. Embrace who you are and let the currents of life carry you forward. You linger here, allowing the tranquility of the ocean to wash over you. The gentle sway of the water rocks you softly, lulling you into a state of deep relaxation. When you feel ready, you follow a path of glowing sea stones that lead toward another softly illuminated door. The marine life around you seems to offer a quiet farewell, a final wave from the sea turtle, a playful leap from a dolphin. With gratitude, you step forward. As the door to the fourth carriage opens, you are greeted by a scene that feels both familiar and magical. The warm glow of soft yellow lights illuminates the room, casting a comforting radiance. The space is filled with objects from your childhood, each one a small token of innocence and joy. A worn teddy bear sits on a chair by the window, its fur slightly faded but still full of character. Nearby, a stack of colorful books rests on a table, their spines well loved and bent with use. The air is filled with the faint aroma of cookies and hot cocoa, mixed with the delicate scent of fresh flowers. The atmosphere feels alive, as though the room itself is breathing, inviting you to step further inside. In the center of the room, a small figure sits cross-legged on the floor, engrossed in play. It takes you a moment to recognize them. It's your younger self. Their hair is tousled, and their expression is one of pure focus and joy. They're building something, a small tower of wooden blocks, and their hands move deftly, placing each piece with careful precision. When they notice you, their face lights up with a smile. Without hesitation, they gesture for you to join them. You kneel on the floor, the softness of the rug beneath you bringing back memories of countless hours spent playing as a child. Together, you build the tower higher and higher, your younger self giggling with delight every time it sways precariously but doesn't fall. The simplicity of the moment fills you with a deep sense of joy. It's as though time has paused, allowing you to reconnect with a part of yourself that you'd forgotten. Your younger self looks up at you, their eyes filled with trust and curiosity. "Do you remember this feeling?" they ask softly. The feeling of being brave enough to dream without worrying if it was possible? Their words resonate deeply. You nod, a lump forming in your throat. You had forgotten how it felt to believe in possibilities without doubt or hesitation. Your younger self reaches out, placing a small object in your hand. It's a key, intricately carved and glowing faintly in the warm light. "Keep this with you," they say. It's the key to remembering who you are. You thank them, your voice barely above a whisper. As you stand to leave, the room begins to shift. The colors soften, the light fades, and the scent of cookies and flowers lingers faintly as the door to the next carriage appears. You step through, holding the key tightly in your hand. As you step into the fifth carriage, you are immediately struck by the vastness of the space. The floor beneath your feet feels soft, like walking on clouds, yet it supports you with an ethereal steadiness. The air is crisp and invigorating, carrying the faint scent of morning dew mixed with blooming wildflowers. Around you, the space seems boundless, filled with a soft golden light that shifts and flows like a living entity. Ahead, the horizon stretches endlessly, blending hues of rosy pinks, gentle oranges, and the palest blues. It feels as though you are walking at the threshold of a perpetual sunrise, a moment of infinite beginnings, where the world is poised to awaken to new possibilities. The ground beneath you begins to shimmer, transforming with each step. One moment, it feels like a meadow dotted with soft grass. The next, it becomes a path of glowing stones, warm and smooth beneath your feet. Each step forward feels deliberate, as if the space itself is responding to your intentions, guiding you gently towards something significant. In the distance, you notice a figure standing amidst the glowing expanse. Their outline is illuminated softly, and as you approach, you realize that the figure is familiar. It's you, but not quite as you are now. This version of yourself stands taller, radiating a quiet confidence and inner peace. Their expression is calm yet purposeful, their presence both reassuring and inspiring. The future version of yourself smiles warmly as you draw closer. "Welcome," they say, their voice resonant with wisdom. This is a place of potential, a reflection of what could be. You've traveled far to reach this moment. They extend a hand toward you, inviting you to walk alongside them. As you accept, the space around you begins to shift subtly. Scenes start to form, vivid and dynamic, each one unfolding like a window into the future. You see glimpses of yourself engaged in activities that bring you joy and fulfillment, perhaps pursuing a passion, connecting deeply with others, or simply experiencing moments of pure contentment. One scene captures your attention, a version of yourself standing on a sunlit hill, surrounded by people who seem to radiate admiration and respect. It's not their approval that matters, but the sense of purpose and clarity emanating from your future self. They are grounded, certain of their place in the world, and wholly at peace with their choices. Your guide, the future you, gestures toward the scene. This is not a fixed destiny, they explain, but a glimpse of what is possible. The steps you take today will shape the path ahead. Trust in your journey and know that you already have the strength to create the future you envision. As the words sink in, the scenes around you shift again, showing quieter moments sitting by a crackling fire with loved ones, walking along a serene shoreline at sunset, or tending to a garden brimming with life. Each image is imbued with warmth and contentment, a reminder that fulfillment is often found in simplicity and connection. The golden light around you begins to pulse gently, matching the rhythm of your breath. The future you places a hand on your shoulder, their touch light but grounding. Remember, they say, their voice soft yet firm. The future is not something to fear or control. It is a canvas, waiting for your intention and action to bring it to life. They step back slightly, their form beginning to dissolve into the radiant glow of the space. Carry this with you, they say, their final words echoing like a melody. Every choice is a step, and every step brings you closer to who you are meant to be. The light around you intensifies briefly, wrapping you in its warmth before gradually dimming. The vast, boundless space begins to shift, and ahead, a door materializes. Its surface shimmers with all the colors of the experiences you've encountered so far. Starry silvers, forest greens, ocean blues, and the soft pastels of dawn. It is a door not to an ending, but to a continuation, a bridge between this dreamlike journey and the life waiting beyond. You step forward, a sense of calm determination settling within you. As the door opens, you carry with you the wisdom of this place and the gentle assurance that your path is your own to create. You return to your seat in the original carriage, feeling a profound sense of tranquility and fulfillment. The train glides smoothly through the night, its gentle motion lulling you into deeper relaxation. The window now reveals a serene landscape bathed in soft moonlight, rolling hills, tranquil lakes, and distant mountains that stand like silent guardians. The conductor approaches once more, their expression reflecting the peace you feel within. You've journeyed far tonight, they say softly. But remember, the Dreamliner is always here, ready to carry you whenever you wish to explore. You nod appreciatively, feeling a deep gratitude for the experiences and insights gained. The conductor offers a gentle smile before continuing along the aisle. The train begins to slow, its motion becoming even more gentle. You feel the embrace of sleep drawing near, a comforting presence that invites you to rest. The carriage's lights dim gradually, leaving only the soft glow of the stars outside to illuminate the space. As you settle deeper into your seat, you close your eyes, carrying with you the peace of the stars, the wisdom of the forest, the tranquility of the ocean, the joy of childhood, and the hope of the future. Breathing softly, you allow yourself to drift, knowing that you are safe, supported, and exactly where you need to be. Sleep comes gently, like a soft whisper, wrapping you in its tender embrace.